The Worst King's Day. Before we start, follow us on our social networks now. If we go. War Between Families Season 2. The Worst King's Day Index. This time Lucia's family is going to Cancun. Since last season they won this trip, and on this beautiful beach they will spend 3 King's Day, but it turns out that they're in the same hotel. There is a family that is very angry, so it will begin again. Episode 1. Arrival in Cancun. After the trip they finally arrived in Cancun. From the plane the view looked beautiful, the beaches, the palm trees. When they arrived at the airport they asked for a Carife car that transports people. In the Carife they had to get off at a port to get to the island where they were going. They were so tired that they fell asleep on the way to the hotel. Lucia was asleep, but Noah and Juan were watching videos on the clock. Noah was very hungry and woke up his mother to tell her to see if they could get to a restaurant before going to the hotel room, but they were about to arrive and from there they would go to a restaurant. It took a while to get to the hotel, but they finally got there. Then they went to a buffet. Episode 2. Hotel Tour. When they finished eating, they were going to give them a tour of the hotel to get to know it and know where everything is. During the tour they saw a family that was angry, as if they were not enjoying their vacation, but they ignored that when they saw that there was an area from video games. Noah ran and met Raul again, the one who was asking them at the airport. "What's up?" Noah told him. Raul: "Hi Raul, how did you get to Cancun? You're not supposed to have any money," Noah replied. While Lucia was talking on the tour, Lucia saw a spa and ran, and Juan saw a cafeteria. "Okay, I'll do what the narrator says. Please keep quiet. You're just the actor." Well, and they stayed there until the night. "I don't want to. I told you to shut up." In short, this episode is over. Episode 3. Playing on the beach. The next day, Lucia and Noah got up early to go play in the sand on the beach. Noah had planned to make sandcastles and make it one of the best castles in the world. While Lucia bathed, Juan got up and took Noah for a coffee. Returning to the room, Juan went to bathe. In the end they all bathed and went to the sand in front of the sun that was very hot. Noah began to make his sandcastle, but a boy named Giovanni arrived and he destroyed everything when he was halfway through. Noah felt bad and told his mom what had happened, but Giovanni was telling his mom another story. Lucia went to scold the boy, but his mom also came with it. The two returned and went back to their room better. Episode 4. Meeting the Numbers. After returning to the room, they went to eat something, or rather to have breakfast. Right there was a man who told them, "Hello, it seems that you are new here." I introduced myself. "I am Ricardo and this is my family." "Yes, your family, and we just met in the morning," Lucia said. "Hello, I'm Maria and we already knew each other." "Hello, let me introduce myself. I'm Mateo. Sorry, our girl is missing, but she's on the cell phone in the room. I hope you'll meet her later," Ricardo said. "Very well. Wait, and how are you here?" "I'm trying to say how you got here, and how long have you been here?" Lucia asked. "We arrived a week ago and we came to spend time with the family, but it seems our girl doesn't want that, and by the way, Mateo is 13 years old," Ricardo replied. Episode 5. The Reunion. At the end of introducing themselves they went to the beach again, but someone was there waiting for them. "Hello," Raquel said. "Raquel, Elian?" Raquel said, "Well, very well. Listen, they're going to spend King's Day here with us, but now without wars." "Well, just a little war with the family from Porhio," Lucia said. "Obviously we're going to spend King's Day here, and why are you in little wars with them?" Raquel said, "Look, we started a little war because they want to ruin our vacations, and even worse, they want to ruin our 3 King's Day," Lucia said. "Well, we'll say goodbye because we have to go shopping," Raquel said. Episode 6. The Arrival of Crystal. After they left, a girl arrived that Noah managed to recognize. "Crystal?" Noah asked himself. "Hi Noah, I saw you through the window and I wanted to come say hello. How have you been?" Crystal said. "Well, I'm fine, but you've come on the same plane as us," Noah answered. "If my family was also coming to Cancun, in fact, look here, they're coming," Crystal said. "Crystal, until you feel like leaving," Ricardo said. "No Dad, I saw a friend I made at the airport through the window and I wanted to come and say hello. Crystal answered. Is she your daughter? Lucia asked. Of course she's not as pretty as I'm, Maria answered. No was surprised that she was the sister of the boy who had broken her sandcastle. Crystal was the same age as No. Episode 7. Do the children get along? No and Crystal went swimming. Lucia angrily wanted to separate them but she couldn't take away her son's happiness so she left them. Maria did the same although she was also angry. Juan and Ricardo went to a bar. But how? Lucia said, I don't know but it seems our family is getting along well, but that won't happen between us, Maria said. After that Maria and Lucia went to sit, obviously separated from each other. While No and Crystal had fun calmly in the water, Juan and Ricardo were talking at the bar about their family. Listen, I have something to tell you, No, Crystal said. You seem like a very nice and kind boy, Crystal said. You also seem like a girl to me, very nice and kind, Crystal. The two got nervous so they got out of the water. Episode 8. The preparation. Lucia went shopping to buy the rosca de reis because the day was almost there. They were thinking about making the rosca de reis and all they needed was the following. 1/2 cup of whole milk, 3/4 cup of sugar, 520 grams of wheat flour, 11 grams of instant yeast, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons of orange zest, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 pieces of egg, 100 grams of butter. For more info, https://chiefropeza.com.mx/rosca-de-reis/ After having all the ingredients, I started to make the bagel. I was going to try to make it delicious. Episode 9. The invitation. After having the thread ready, where did you see how to do it? Juan asked. I saw it at Chef Oropeza, Lucia replied. In the end they wanted to invite everyone, especially Maria's family, just because Crystal was there. They sent the invitation to everyone. They were preparing the decorations and everything else for Three Kings Day and they rented a place to celebrate it. Lucia went to the place to prepare everything. It seems that Maria did not want to go but No was there and she could not make Crystal angry, so they began to get ready for that night of Kings. Raquel and Lilian also began to get ready. In fact they arrived earlier to help set up everything in the room and the main thing was the bagel that Lucia made that looked delicious. The guests had not yet arrived. The only thing missing was the people. Episode 10. The Feast of Kings. When everything was ready, the guests began to arrive. Crystal was entering the door with a beautiful dress. Hi Crystal, how beautiful you look, No said. Thank you No, you are also very handsome. Let's sit down, Crystal replied. Hello, welcome Maria and Ricardo, Lucia said. Let's go for a drink. Juan asked. How can I say no to that? Everyone began to dance and it was time for the rosca. Everyone had already eaten the rosca and it was very tasty. The next day it was time to return to the neighborhood. No did not want to leave and not see Crystal, but it turns out that Maria's family was going to move to the same neighborhood. No, upon hearing that, hugged Crystal. They were all at the airport ready to go home. And here ends All Kanken. To be continue. The worst Three Kings Day ends here. We hope you liked this season. See you next month with a new season. What will continue is War Between Families. Coming soon, Season 3. Made in the city of Chihuahua on December 17, 2022 by Live Version, Alexander Flower. Thank you for your time.